in the game tonight.
Yes, sir.
I thought we came out. We had good energy to start. We let them. I didn't think we dictated enough on the defensive side of the ball. It's kind of been our calling card all year. Early on in the game, the second half, I thought we did a great job of that. It's just hard to maybe you're down 9.5. It's hard to overcome that. And we got it back. Had to lead once or twice. I think up one, maybe two. They made some plays. They had a couple of 50-50 balls. We did too. I mean, it was a conference tournament game, and it was tightly contested. And ultimately they made a couple more plays at the end. Thought these two guys really left it all out there. Two guys that have been here for 2 years and won a regular season title last year and really battled through some things this year. These are like the only two guys that I think didn't miss one game. We had a lot of guys that were injured and banged up, more than I've ever had in my career as a coach. And these two guys were just kind of everyday guys for us, and obviously two all-league guys that had great careers in Nicholls. I'll miss seeing these dudes every day, and I appreciate them. And I'm, it's always sad when it comes to an end and when you're not expecting it to. But this team battled, and we were right there at the end. But we have a lot to be proud about and a lot to look forward to.
Coach, would you agree it's almost impossible to beat a team 3 times in one season?
No, I wouldn't. We did it last year. We've beaten them 8 straight times. It's a big deal to beat us now, and it was a very emotional game. It's always emotional when you play a rivalry game against them. And, they're pumping the crowd out, and then we're pumping the crowd out. And then, we've won 7 or 8 in a row against them. They had an edge. And then that edge, they had made us have an edge. And then it was back and forth, and, it was what it was, And they ultimately made enough plays at the end. But, again, it was. I'm not going to use that as an excuse. I mean, I felt like we could have done things to play better. I mean, like I said, last year we were able to beat a team 3 times. They're here. They won yesterday. They had a little rhythm and they made shots and that's that's it.
Question?
Coach, the teams were pretty evenly matched across most of the categories, but there was a rebounding disparity that was fairly telling when you look at the box score. Is there a particular reason that you saw for that? Was that just the natural order of the game?
I think they were just more aggressive in the first. It got, I don't know what it finished at, but it evened out. Not evened out, but in the second half it was more even. I just thought we were a little bit hungrier to get to 50-50 balls, just get a finger on it to make, to get some loose balls. And we just played hard. We switched up some things in our ball screen coverage, I think, that made them a little bit more uncomfortable. And these guys, and Edo, and Merrick, and P, and Reese, and all, RJ, they were flying around making plays, and they made some really good plays, and that's what March is about. Couple extra shots, go in for them, couple loose balls, and like you mentioned, when it's 2 tightly contested teams, it's sometimes that can happen. But proud of this group's effort, not just tonight, but over the course of the year, and I'm proud of how these 2 guys led us throughout a lot of adversity.
Latrell, Coach has just spoken about his pride in you guys leading the team. What has it meant to you guys to be part of this team and represent Nicholls?
It mean a lot, to be able to come in as two-year players and take on a different role, coming in last year, having a different role for myself and Caleb, averaging 6 points a game, 5-6 points a game to 17, 18 points a game, which is a big jump to overcome, And as far as myself, just being able to come in every day and be an everyday guy and continue to put the work in and have other guys around me that see that and want to be a part of it, It was good to come in and, have these 2 years and come in and be a leader for this team.
Yeah, what Latrell said, just coming in, taking a bigger role this year, and wish we could have finished. Wish we could have finished differently, but it's been a fun season though.
Obviously, the nature of college sports is that people have to move on, and thoughts on the senior class that unfortunately have to move on from Nicholls?
Yeah. Obviously Merrick was a guy that came in and I thought really embraced our culture and who we are as a program, and just being a one-year guy. He's a guy that everyone loves and just brings an energy. I thought he was fantastic tonight from the jump, charges, loose balls. And then, these other guys sitting here with me, and Edo Reed, Tyrese Terrell, who is just such a staple for this program. We've had 4 straight winning seasons at Nicholls State. I don't know the last time that happened. 4 straight years of double-digit wins in league play. This season didn't go exactly as we wanted to go, but that's basketball. We'll have other seasons down the road. I hope it's not next season, but we'll have other seasons down the road that don't go exactly as planned. These guys are going to play basketball for a long time, and they're going to have long professional careers. And there's going to be seasons maybe they don't go exactly as it's planned for them. But I can tell you as a group, and with these 2 guys sitting right here, they're ready. They're ready for anything that comes their way because they've embraced adversity every single step of the way. I think to win and be great players at Nicholls State, like it's hard. I mean, it hadn't happened a lot before the last couple of senior classes that turned it. Richie Riley, and that group that won it, and then when I took over, and then these guys and your Raji Lyons and your Kevin Johnsons and your Ty Gordon, these are just the next 2, and then there's going to be more coming. And I'm proud of the young guys that we have. I'm proud of how these guys finish out their career. We're disappointed. I mean, obviously, we're very, very disappointed. We had big-time goals. You got to tip your hat to an opponent that just ultimately got it done, And, again, proud of this group. Disappointed that we're done playing because I love coaching these dudes. But we'll move forward. And this senior class is going to be really successful regardless of what kind of field or, whatever they decide to do.
And just lastly, for the 2 players there, it was a raucous atmosphere, and Coach has already spoken about kind of ramping up the crowd on both sides, but it felt like you had a lot of support in the building tonight from Nicholls. What was it like to have that traveling support here with you in your corner?
It feels good, to have people come out and want to see some good basketball, want to be supportive of a team, I'd say probably 4 or 5 years ago, you may not have seen as many people at a Nicholls State gym, at the gymnasium in Stouffer. Now every home game for the last two years is packed out, So that's something that's changed. So that's something that we wanted to overcome. That's something that me and Caleb, we happy to be a part of, to be able to make that change in Nicholls basketball.
Yeah, it was real special to see a bunch of people from my home crowd come out tonight and support us, and we really appreciate that. So it felt good to see all of them come out tonight.
And these 2 dudes hung a banner, and they wanted to be that first one. We haven't gone in 25 years, and it's hard to go to the NCAA tournament. It just is. It's just hard to go. One team from our league goes, and it wasn't us this year, but that's not to take away from the fantastic legacy that these guys have continued to help build. And they can hang their hat and be really, really proud and leave with their head up high of not just the players they become, but the men they're going to become and continue to become, because they've worked their butt off. They've worked their butt off for everything. Nothing's been given. Tonight, nothing was given. They didn't play great. We weren't great in the first half, and then these guys just backpacked us to the lead. I mean, I thought Merrick and Edo gave us great energy defensively, and then down the last 10 minutes, it was like something for him, and it was, and a couple plays here and there. And I'm just proud. I wish we would have won. You always want to win, but I'm so proud of these guys, man. I'm going to miss watching them and coaching them every single day and just being in that huddle. I think Tyrese Terrell and I headbutted at one point in the second half. I don't know. Am I bleeding or something? I don't know. It was, like I said, man. It was a high intensity game. They're a team that plays with a lot of passion, and we're a team that plays with a lot of passion. It was an honor to be a part of the game, and ultimately, we didn't come out on top. But I'm certainly proud of where this program is, and these 2 guys are a big part of that.